JCPS families, it may be summertime, but over the next 2 weeks, you can apply to be a part of a new task force to examine our city's massive school district and consider whether breaking it up would actually help improve student performance. Kentucky lawmakers passed the resolution to create this task force back in March. Our senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez and photojournalist Jessica Farley have been talking with lawmakers who have a say on this. And Isaiah, as you know, this is a Republican-led effort. You've talked to key Republicans. Did you find their minds are already made up, set in stone as the direction and where they're going?
Doug, based on conversations I've had with lawmakers, they're very clear here. They want JCPS and JCPS leaders to acknowledge that what they're doing now is not working. And that's where we bring in some of the words from the JCPS superintendent himself, who has called past efforts by Republicans an attack on JCPS. But today, Kentucky lawmakers on both sides of the aisle tell me they're hopeful this task force will lead to productive conversations.
If it was up to Senator Thayer, they would have just split up the district without even studying it.
A look back at the vote on the Senate floor March 29th.
I would vote today to break it up. I would vote today to break it up into multiple school districts.
Fast forward to June 17th.
So I appreciate the fact that there is a task force before making a decision.
Starting in mid-July, 2 Jefferson County parents, a JCPS teacher, and a principal chosen off a list made by Superintendent Marty Pollio will join lawmakers to analyze the way the district is managed. That includes the impact its size has on student performance. Is that a fear of yours that the recommendation is going to be to split up the district no matter what happens here?
I've been told that there are no predetermined outcomes. However, if you read the document for the task force resolution, it does talk about researching splitting up districts. It doesn't talk about researching smaller class sizes or other ways to improve a district.
State Representative Tina Bojanowski of Louisville doesn't believe raw test scores tell the whole story of how kids are doing.
It is a little bit harder to cater to each school when it's such a large school and it's so diverse.
But Senator Mike Nemes of Shepherdsville, co-chair of the task force, says the point is to dig deeper into what can be improved. So ultimately, is assessing the possibility of splitting the district, is that a goal of yours at all?
No, not at all. It could be a suggestion, and reasons for that or not would probably be in the report on why we should or should not be done. But as a goal, absolutely not. We have no specific goal except to make the schools better and to teach all of our students better than what we're doing now.
And Doug, back to the parents and teachers who will be part of this. We're told they'll reflect the racial composition of the district as a whole. So in turn, we can expect some minority representation here. The deadline to apply would be June 30th. We have all the details on our website, WHAS11.com.
Comes at an interesting time for the superintendent, Marty Pollio, who of course is faced with the start of school coming up in August. His job evaluation with the school board, which is annual, is coming up this week.
It's really important, right? It's all in the board's hands, and we've seen Superintendent Pollio essentially pass with flying colors in these in past years. I did ask him on the last day of school, the superintendent directly, I said, do you commit to being in this job beyond next year, no matter what happens with school transportation? And he wouldn't quite comment on that just yet. Again, this board evaluation could paint a picture as to how those 7 members feel about him right now.
But he also said if it didn't go well, somebody else would be standing at that podium.
He did mention that with a little bit of a chuckle, but then he proceeded to say it will go better this August than last August.
Right, and he got the big raise after passing on raises for many years.
$75,000.
That was right,
Yep.
last time.
Raise from where he was.
Interesting week. All right,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you very much, Isaiah.